Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Karen. Good morning to Karen.
Good morning to everyone. Lovely to be here with you.
Hey, how are you doing?
All well, and everyone there. Missing you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too, but I'm glad that we can set the time to meet online. So, yeah, how's everything going in Eswatini?
Yeah, things are fine. Busy, running up and down, but things are relatively fine. We're doing okay. Thank
That's
you.
great. Yes, we are close to the end of the
Hello,
semester.
Karen.
Hey,
Hi.
Burita.
I was just telling Sari, I miss you all.
Yeah, we miss you too.
We miss you too.
Hey, we are about to start in 5 minutes. I think the MC should be ready and also the moderator for today. So I'm very happy that you are here with us, Karen. So you'll be here with us for the first session. So we're going to have two sessions. I think I'm going to explain that a little bit in my welcoming remarks. So yeah, in about 4 minutes, I think we can start while waiting for the participants to join our meeting today.
Wait. Hello, can you share the virtual background, please? Just send to this.
I think our YouTube streaming is not running quite well, Burita. I don't know
No,
what's going
right?
on.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Indah Sari. Bu Sari, it is online now. Oh, but it is at FK Unsri, not.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
in S2, I don't know. Let's check.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it is in our study program. But however, no, it is in our campus, our faculty. Ah, that's it. I can see also in our master degree YouTube, Bu Sari. It is also online now. Okay, can we start
Okay, that's
now?
great.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
So
who is the master of ceremony?
yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
You can start. Go ahead.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me. Oh,
Okay, may I start now?
okay, good.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Salam. Good
Welcome to
afternoon.
the Second Language Education Research Conference and Expo, Navigating Information in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. I would like to open this webinar by first of all expressing my deepest gratitude to the coordinator of Southern Region of Sumatra, Teflin, and the coordinator of Master's Program in Language Education, Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, Sriwijaya University, Dr. Sari Silviani, MPD, MA, PhD. My gratitude also goes to the Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, Sriwijaya University, Dr. Rita Indrawati, MPD. And my gratitude also goes to the keynote speakers for today's webinar, Professor Karen Ferreira Meyers, PhD, and all of the respectful presenters for their willingness to share insights and experiences through this webinar. And last but not least, my gratitude goes to each and every one of our attendees for joining us. I hope this webinar will give us much knowledge in developing language teaching. Before we start the presentation session, I cordially invite the coordinator of SRS Teflon and the coordinator of Master's Program in Language Education, Dr. Sari Silviani, MPD, MA, PhD, to address a welcoming remarks. For Dr. Sari, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Nadira. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning to our keynote speaker, Dr. Karen Ferreira Meyers from Eswatini. I'm very happy to welcome everyone to the second Language Education Research Conference and Expo. This event is an annual event that we started last year in our study program to provide the space for students, lecturers, and all participants, all audience, educators of English language education to come together and discuss current issues in language education. And this is also a collaboration effort between the study program, the master's program in language education, and the Association of Teachers of English in Indonesia. So this collaboration previously was done through series of webinars, and then starting from last year, we started to have a kind of a formal meetings where we share the results of our research and studies, good practices in the forum that we call as Research and Expo. This year, we have a series of webinars that represents different research interests, especially the research conducted in our program. So we will showcase the results of research conducted by our master student, as well as the results of training that we conducted with teachers throughout the South Sumatra. Today's event is about artificial intelligence. This is the topic that we have that become our focus of interest, since we are now living in the era where artificial intelligence supported our activities, and it becomes a commonplace in our day-to-day life as well as in academic. Previously, Dr. Merera Fayers have given a kind of a workshop in our study program, face-to-face. Now, we also want to have her to be in the online event so that we can also include all our alumni and members of the southern regions of Sumatra Teflon. So I hope today we can have a great discussion on different aspects of artificial intelligence. There will be 2 sessions. One will be 3 presenters from professors and lecturers both from our own study program and from the University of Eswatini. And in the second part, we will also listen to the results of the research that our students have conducted for their thesis. In the coming weeks, we are also going to have some other topics related to the research in language education. So for everyone here, the audience, please stay tuned for more information about our next programs. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the hard work from all the organizing committee to make this event possible. And also for the 2 keynote speakers, Dr. Rita Indrawati and Dr. Karen Ferreira Meyers. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sari, for the welcoming remarks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to listen the opening remarks from the Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, Sriwijaya University, Dr. Rita Indrawati, who will also officially open this event. For Dr. Rita, time is yours.
Thank you, Nadra. Okay, I would like you to say what? Yeah, actually, I would like to make a pantun, but I forget where is it actually. Okay, let me check. I have written a pantun actually, so you have to say pretty. Wait. Okay, this one. I forget where I put the pantun. Wait a moment. It's not a moment anymore. Forget where is it? I make it by looking at the. Okay, this one. So I try to connect a bridge to AI. Just say pretty, okay? Not cakep, but pretty. Ampere bridge stands tall and high.
Pretty.
Okay, spanning the city with grace and might.
Pretty.
With AI, learning reaches the sky, helping students and lecturers is night.
Pretty.
One more. Okay, one more. Iwa Bido, a taste so fine. A dish to favor, not just to see. So AI is a partner, not a sign, enhancing learning, setting minds free.
Pretty.
Okay, it is not difficult anymore to create pantun, yeah, because we have AI. AI help us actually to create everything. So it is connected to our topic today. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, the Honorable Director of Sriwijaya University, Professor Dr. Taufik Marwa SAMSE, the Honorable the Dean of Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Dr. Hartono MA, also the Vice Deans, Nyimas Aisyah PhD as the second Vice Dean, and the third Vice Dean is Dr. Ismet. Yeah, they say so sorry they cannot come here because they also have a meeting in Jakarta. So to open this ceremony or this event officially, the dean asked me to do it. Okay, so the Honorable, our esteemed speaker, yeah, my beloved friends, Professor Karen Ferreira, thank you very much for your coming, for your time for us. Yeah, what time is it actually in Eswatini, Karen?
It's 8 a.m., just after 8 a.m.
8 a.m. in the morning or?
In the morning.
In the
AM.
morning. Okay,
In the
good. So it
morning.
is good time for you. Okay, thank
It
you,
is.
Karen. Yeah, and I would like to say thank you to Ibu Sari Silviani, PhD, as the coordinator of our master degree program and also as one of the speaker in this second LERCE, the second LERCE, Language Education, Research and Expo. I hope that this will be annually something like not really webinar, but hybrid, something like that. And perhaps later on, we have very good students. Later, they will be our alumni and they can become our partner in implementing the third LERCE in the next meeting, Bu Saria, in the next year. So I would like also to say hello to our beloved lecturers if they are here. Thank you for your coming. Also, what I proud is the third semester students. Yeah, third semester student. Now you are preparing for your thesis, yeah, some of you have created the article for journal publication, very good. And the others still on the way. It is okay. You still have time, yeah. But if you can finish in 3 semesters, it is very good, excellent, not very good, but very excellent, yeah. It is excellent. So I would like also to say hello to other other guests, I mean, who joined this activity today. So first of all, let's say thank you to our God, yeah, who allow us, yeah, to gather today in the second language education research and expo under the theme navigating in the age, navigating information. Yeah, we have to navigate the information that we got in the age of AI. So it is also in the collaboration with SRS Teflin, where Ibu Sari Silviani as the head of the SRS Teflin in our city. So as we know, the status of Sriwijaya University now as state legal entity university, or we say PTNBH. So you have to know, dear students. So it grants us greater flexibility in managing, for example, managing resources and fostering innovation. With PT, with PTNBH spirit, we are called upon to continue innovate. Yeah, Karen is one of the best innovator in AI, in technology also, in technology and in AI also. I should change what I said. So expand our academic potential and address global challenges, of course. So it also include the adoptions of advanced technologies like AI as the topic of our meeting today in the second LERCE. So through the second LERCE, yeah, we demonstrate our institution commitment. We talk about commitment, not only to being a responsive education entity, but also a proactive one in integrating technology, okay, into learning process. So AI-based learning media hold immense potential to enhance the educational effectiveness, foster adaptive learning process. So we have to adapt and strengthen critical and creative thinking skills among students. So our PTNBH also, I have to talk you about this because I'm the representative of the dean, so I have to announce about the PTNBH. It provides broader opportunities actually for our research and development in educational technological innovation. So by collaborating with academic researchers and practitioners, we can establish a more advanced and relevant educational ecosystem that aligned with the demands of our time. So at FKIP Unsri, at our faculty, we are committed to embracing AI as a partner, okay, as a friend in fostering more effective, efficient, and innovative learning processes. So in the morning, I just opened a workshop at technology education. They discuss about AI too, but it is in terms of workshop, not in general lecture anymore. So they practice how to use AI by having very good idea, data, and so on and so forth that they can get from AI. So it is now still in the process. Okay, so it's still live actually. Okay, so the next I would like to extend my deepest appreciation actually to the organizing committee, as Ibu Sari said, our beloved students, to your work hard, your hard work in making this event possible happen now. I encourage all participants who are here now to engage actively in the discussion later on with the main speaker, the keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Karen, make the most of this opportunity, because you are because you are a master degree student. You have to get many things, important information from others. So with the synergy of technological innovation, again, the spirit of learning together, I'm confident that we can purple education at FKIP, Unsri, and in Indonesia to even greater height. Okay, with the recitation of Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, finally, I officially open the second language education research and Expo. Yeah, I try to memorize the term. Officially, I open this. So enjoy the event and may the second LERCE inspire, enlighten, enduring sustainable benefits to all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rita Indrawati, for the great speech to open this event. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we continue to our keynote speakers. There are 3 keynote speakers for today's webinar. The first one is Professor Karen Ferreira Meyers, PhD. The second one is Dr. Rita Indrawati, MPD. And the third one is Dr. Sari Silviani, MPD, MA, PhD. I would like to invite the moderator for our keynote speakers, which is Ruth.
PPT LERCE.
Okay, for Ruth, you may take the Zoom.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Ruth.
Good
Afternoon.
We are really excited of presenting this webinar, and we want to thank you everyone for coming today. And we are going to start presenting the first keynote speaker. That will be Dr. Karen Ferreira Meyer, that is the coordinator linguistic and modern language in the University of Eswatini in Eswatini. I'm sorry, Eswatini. Dr. Karen Ferreira Meyer earned her PhD in 2012 from the University of KwaZulu-Natal. She began her professional career at the University of Switzerland, and she is a notable research on various topics, including, but not limited to, methodology of foreign language teaching, semantic, pragmatics, and psycholinguistics. And of course, the translation and interpretation, distance of and e-learning, African literature, French vocabulary and terminology, instructional design and technology. Of course, that is her expertise that brings her today. Is her expertise in technology, focusing in artificial intelligence. His expertise in these areas is demonstrated by her publication record, and she has published a monograph and more than 100 papers, research papers, and book reviews. We want to give welcome to Dr. Karen Ferreira Meyer. Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you very much. Let me start by thanking everyone, in particular Dr. Sari, Prof. Rita. It's so lovely to see you online. I wish I was there with you. It's also lovely. I see some of the students that I recognize. It's lovely to see you here online as well. So let me dive straight in and talk to you about today's topic, which is really something relating to AI, because it's AI that makes these things possible, but something that we really need to pay attention to. We're going to look at deep fakes, and I'm going to explain, of course, what that is. And the idea is to get a bit more into navigating AI-generated content. And of course, content must be taken as broadly as possible to include audio and video. So it's a real honor for me to be with you at the Second Language Education Research Conference and Expo on the theme of navigating information in the age of AI. So this is the overview of my talk today. You will see we'll talk a little bit about technology, types of deep fakes, but also about the potential impact and how we should be detecting deep fakes. I think that's the most important thing, so that we are not fooled, so that we are not manipulated, so that we know what is going on in reality. And the main issue there will be for us to understand how important it is to continue to improve our critical thinking skills. And this is how my talk links to that of Bu Rita, who will come right after me. So let's start by looking at what deepfakes are. Deepfakes are really hyper realistic, so extremely realistic digital manipulations of both audio and video. So we talk about deepfakes in particular about audio and video, but of course it can happen with text as well. They are created by using AI and machine learning techniques, and they really can make people appear to say or do things they never did in reality. And this is why it is so scary, because it raises concerns about misinformation and, of course, digital authenticity. And we know how much we are debating authentic, real artifacts and content in the age of AI. So, of course, I had to go into the dictionary to start with, and I looked at the noun, deepfake, the plural noun, deepfakes, but which has also become a verb now. So, a deepfake, I've just explained it, is a video or an image in which a person's face, body, or voice has been digitally altered, so we can say distorted, so that they appear to be someone else. It's often used to spread information in a malicious or in a bad way, but it can also be used in a good way, as we will see just now. And then there is the verb deepfake, which is to digitally alter a video, an image, content, so that these changed images or videos appear to be from someone else. So these are some examples. We have our friend Zuckerberg, Mark, where you can see the fake and the original are very close to each other. We also have former US President Obama, where you can ask yourself, what is the real one? What is the fake one? We can't see it with the naked eye. We need to really look at the technology behind it. And then we've got some examples, the Mona Lisa, but also I think it's Dali, the great artist and painter, and then the girl with the pearl earring, which is in art a very important painting. So deepfakes are synthetic media created to be indistinguishable from real people or real events. So maybe you've used a face app, maybe you're using an avatar, maybe you've watched a video of a celebrity or a politician doing something they didn't do. I think especially for young people in the pop culture, in the music world, we see a lot of images of people where we're not sure if they really did that or if they really said that. So let's look at the rise of deepfake technology. So it has been there for quite some time, but in 2017, it really became popular and it really caught our eye. We started looking into these things. And this was due to the rapid advancement in AI, but also in computing power. So in the beginning, they were used for entertainment, the face swapping apps that maybe some of you have used. But now, today, unfortunately, they are capable of creating good for you to get to know that vocabulary. The first one is face swapping, and these are some examples where the face of one person is swapped with the face of another and made to look like this is the first person who is speaking or representing something. The second one is facial manipulation. So face swapping means replacing one person's face with that of another. There is also lip syncing, which is very much used on TV and on our YouTube apps, where we get another language to be spoken or to look like it is spoken by someone. So this is manipulating the mouth movement of someone to match fabricated audio. So instead of just translating, now we are putting words into the mouth of someone that the person has never said. So like I'm talking to you now, you might be taking a video of me and then make me to say, horrible things. That would be lip syncing technology being used. And then there's the puppet master, which would be controlling a person's movement in video. So maybe suddenly it would look like I am slapping or I am hitting Burita or Busari, which I have no intention of doing and I would never in my whole life do, of course. And then there is video cloning, where we synthesize a person's voice to say something the person wasn't intending to say. So the deepfakes, as I said, have been used in many, many different industries. In entertainment, in Hollywood, in Nollywood, in the big entertainment hubs, like I'm sure even Indonesia is making beautiful series. So these deepfakes are used for special effects, for voice acting. They have also been used for educational purposes, where maybe we want to reenact a historical event, something that took place in the past, and that we want to show. It's all also used in language learning. So this is why it is so important for you as students, as possibly soon to be graduates and as alumni, but also as colleagues in the department. And then it is very much used in marketing for personalization of ads, of advertising, but also in healthcare for training simulations. And we know how much these simulations are important when it comes to healthcare and healthcare education. So this is where we see them again, also in video games. In receptionist services, deepfakes can replace automated voice recording and forwarding systems through sounds with personalized responses. So in the chatbots, you could have deepfakes playing an important role. This is also the case when we want to support customers. So even as a university, we might be using deepfakes to interact with students, prospective students, alumni, other stakeholders. So this is all very important, and this is all positive use of deepfakes. Now let's analyze a little bit on what happens, what is the technology that has been used for creating deepfakes. It's important for us to understand that so that we can then critically analyze what is going on in front of us. So the technology behind it is called a generative adversarial network. It has two systems. It has a generator and a discriminator, and I will explain that a little bit more. The generator first creates the fake content, and then the discriminator, the second AI system, tries to detect the fake and tells the first one, no, this is not fake enough. You haven't done a good job yet. You must make sure that the deep fake is better. So the discriminator really has the task of trying to detect the fake. And this process is repeated over and over, improving the quality over time so that in the end, we have a real deep fake, which you and I can no longer distinguish. So they work together. The first AI scans images, then creates fake images. The second AI, the discriminator, will examine all the fake images and compare them to real images. If that second AI sees the differences, it will mark them as a fake and communicate with the first AI. So this goes on, by repeated interactions between the two systems until the second one can no longer distinguish the fake from the real. So this is quite complicated. These are quite complicated systems and tools to really produce convincing looking fakes that we cannot distinguish, basically. So now, of course, we have looked at some positive ideas behind the deepfakes, which was there at the beginning, but we need to look also at the potential negative impact, and there are many. Political manipulation and disinformation is the first one. It's probably the most important one. It is happening in all our countries. It is happening at a worldwide scale. And so we need to be very much aware and critical of everything that is shared online. It can also really damage personal reputation of a person. If suddenly my video is going around saying horrible things, then my personal reputation is at stake. It has been used to do financial fraud, where, for example, you will get a message from your bank asking you to share your PIN number. So maybe you might even think you are talking to the chief executive officer, to the CEO, because his or her voice has been impersonated. So you really think you are talking to the bank executive manager while you are not. And in that way, you might be sharing important information. So that means the trust in the media, the trust in our global institutions, in our national institution is eroded. The trust is diminished. The reputation is tarnished, is damaged. And that has a lot of legal and ethical implications. I've put on my slides a link to an article on from the New York Times. It's from 2023, but it's still very much relevant, where you see how AI intelligence, how AI is trained on producing deepfakes. So I will be sharing my slides so that you can also have a look at that article. So this is basically what I was just talking about the political implications. And just an example, and I'm sure you can share examples of what is going on in Indonesia, but just an example that was shared very widely in 2019 of the Speaker of the House of the US Representatives, where it looks like she is drunk. It looks like she really can't talk. Maybe she has dementia. Something really, really bad is happening to her. Now, this was a video. It wasn't a full deep fake, but it was a video where her speech had been slowed down. So even using that little bit of technology can really damage the reputation of a highly popular or highly interesting politician in all our countries. So what should we do now? This is where we get to the important things. As students, as lecturers, as managers, what should we do? So we can, of course, first look for the original source and check the credibility of the video or the audio or the image. And then we can go into more detailed analysis, which I will share just now. We can use reverse image searches. And we can also use AI tools such as, for example, Sentinel, that really analyze digital media and can tell us whether it has been manipulated or not. So let's now look at some of the visual cues of deepfake. First of all, we have unnatural eye movements. When people are blinking too much, or when suddenly they don't blink anymore, then you know there's something wrong with them. When the eyes are moving independently from the rest of the body, you can see I am making hand movements. These are movements that are linked to the way I talk, to the way I use my eyes. So this is natural. But also a vacant or a glassy stare where suddenly I am staring at the screen and I'm no longer moving. This is an indication that something is happening. Also the face abnormalities, blurry facial features, changing facial features, skin texture that is not normal, that is not usual, strange transitions between my face and my neck. Suddenly it's like something is broken here. That is an indication that something is happening. Or also facial expressions that you don't see me doing normally. Lighting issues. This is why when you go online, you must make sure you have good lighting so that there are no strange shadows, no light reflecting in a strange way from the skin or from the hair or from your headscarf or from your clothes. Different lighting on the face and the background. This is when there are really strange things going on. So we also can look for audio cues, an unnatural speech pattern or an unnatural speech rhythm. Those of you who have heard me speak in the past know that I speak quite fast. This is my natural way of speaking. If suddenly I start speaking very, very, very fast or very, very, very slow, something is wrong, something has been done to my video. If there's unnatural pauses, if there are robotic or mechanical undertones, if the way my lips are moving don't correspond to the way you are hearing me, this is all that an indication that there might be some deep faking at happening. Sound quality, background noise that suddenly appears or disappears. Of course, in a Zoom meeting, this can happen. The audio quality from very loud to very low, and an echo or a metallic sound. And also, when I'm talking to you, I am breathing. So once in a while, you will hear me breathing. You will hear my respiration. This is part of a real video, not of a deep fake. Okay, and then I have an empty page. I don't know what happened there. I must have clicked on something. So what can we do? How can we find deep fakes? How can we detect them? So I've given you already one tool, but we can also look for digital watermarking. When you use AI, more and more, the tools are putting in some watermarking. So if you analyze, you will see the watermarking, or you will see an indication that there has been blockchain verification. You can, of course, if it becomes really serious, if somebody is damaging your reputation, then of course you can use forensic analysis. You can go to the police or you can go to the intelligence services to really start analyzing the data, the video metadata. So I wanted to share some best practice. So don't share things that you have suspicion that it might be deep fake. Check also your comments. Are people saying this is deep fake? Stop commenting immediately. Report suspicious content. So on all the platforms, Zoom, Facebook, Instagram, there are tools for reporting content. Stay updated. So follow digital literacy resources, the media literacy websites, the educational resources. This is why it's so important that we share with each other. When you're in doubt, don't share. Trust your instinct. When you see something that doesn't look right, think this might not be right, and keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. So critical thinking. Question the source of the content, cross-reference with reliable sources that you know of, be skeptical of very out of character content. So if suddenly I will start dancing on TikTok, something is wrong. I won't do that. If Burita is singing on YouTube, you know this is something she does. So it's okay. You can kind of trust it. So also consider the context and the motivation behind an image, behind a text, behind a video. So remember, what we do online has legal and ethical considerations. So there is potential for reputation damaging, defamation, libel, but this also means as institutions, we need laws and regulations that are constantly updated. We know that the deepfake technology will continue to improve in quality, in accessibility, and that has the potential for both good and bad application, for both harmful and beneficial application. And there is really an ongoing race between the creators and the detectors. This is happening in the whole AI world, but also in the deep fake world. And the emerging technologies are making deep faking more possible. I am going to get to the end by saying that we need to continue to develop our digital and our AI literacy. This is what you are doing today. This is what we are all doing together. We need to combat the deep fakes, and we have, as you heard from me, a whole host of ways to do so. We have different responsibilities as educators. We need to teach digital literacy, critical thinking, AI literacy. And as individuals, you and I, all of us, we need to stay informed and verify information. So this is what my conclusion is. There's opportunities, there's challenges, but the essential skills will remain critical thinking, digital and AI literacy. We need to do research in this, and collaboration like the one we are doing today is extremely important. I'd like to thank you for your attention, and I'm sure we will get an opportunity to comment, to suggest. But in the meantime, if there are comments and questions in the chat, I will be having a look at that also. Thank you very much. Moderator, I am done. It's over to you now.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Professor Karen. It's really interesting how the artificial intelligence can help a lot in some things, but also can be harming, right? Like in the deep, in case of a lot of deep fakes that can be used for harming, but can be used for fun. It can be used for maybe for education or for other good purposes. I remember that maybe last year or maybe 2 years ago there was one popular talking about the voice, the voice, double voice. Then you say, okay, there was a song that it was made through deep fake of a really popular Latin American artist, and it was started in artificial intelligence, but it became so popular that he started to sing it in the concert. So it was really phenomenal, really interesting. And thank you very much. I want to open the mic for whoever that has a question. Please raise your hand.
Just to let you know, I'm sharing my PowerPoint slides in the chat. So you can go and check out the link. And if there are further questions, I mean, Busari and Burita know how to get hold of me, but I'm still here with you for another 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Lana,
think, like
please.
Karen said, she will be looking at the questions in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we have one already, Ruth.
Yeah.
Can you see? I
Yes,
think we have
Oh,
two.
Lana.
Lana, please.
Yeah.
Can you
Hi,
ask your question?
everyone.
Good
Hi.
afternoon. Hi, Ma'am Karen. Hi, Ma'am Rita.
Good to
Thank you
see
very
you.
much. Insightful material for me. I actually have a concern about this deepfake. My concern is, what is the earliest age to teach or to educate about this deepfakes? Because nowadays a lot of kids own their own devices and exposed to social media, and to be honest with the fact that some parents do not really assist or supervise their kids in using the devices and social media. But as a teacher who don't have authority, enough authority to supervise the students, especially, what do we do as teachers, and how to teach, to educate these students to save them from this exposure? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lennon. Can you write also your question in the group chat? And after Ayu Fabiola that also raised her hand, asked her question, we will get opportunity to Dr. Karen for answering. Ayu Fabiola, can you ask your question, please?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I have a question um for Karen. So my question is, what are the effective way to regulate deepfake technology to prevent misuse while allowing beneficial use? I will write my question on the chat box.
Okay,
Right.
thank you very much.
Let me start by giving some thoughts to what Lana just asked. I think it's a problem that exists everywhere. I would suggest you start as early as possible because, as you say, small children are online, small children are on social media, and I think small children lack the critical thinking skills that we need to be able to distinguish some of the things. Uh, in addition, they don't have the knowledge that older learners have. So older learners can get back to what they know, and they can see that some things are strange or different or shouldn't be said or done by certain people. So I would really suggest that within a school, you talk to all the stakeholders, you talk to the parents. We know that the parents don't have much time or even interest to sit down with their young children. So let's talk to the stakeholders and decide together whose responsibility it is to talk to the children about this, to teach them to be very careful with everything that is shared online. So the earlier, the better, I would say. Definitely. Thank you for the question. It's a very good one. And then, Ayu Fabiola, what are effective ways to regulate deepfake technology to prevent misuse while allowing beneficial use? Another great question. I think one of the things to do when we are trying to regulate things is again also to sit down with the stakeholders and find out what is the most pressing issue with artificial intelligence and what are the ethical concerns. Everything that we do online needs to be guided by ethical concerns. And so the guidelines need to be on ethical use of AI tools, whether it is the deepfake technology or whether it is any other technology like content generation, online teaching and learning. You know, AI can be used for all of these things, but the ethics behind it are the most important. So this is, for me, one of the ways. Talk to the stakeholders, find out what is the most pressing issue, and derive guidelines from that. Thank you for these two wonderful questions.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Dr. Karen Ferreira Meyers. We remember to the participants that if you had additional questions, you can ask in the chat group, write in the chat group, and we will make it to Dr. Dr. Karen, and so she can answer in the future, in the near future. With nothing else to say, we will move to the next presenter. That is Professor Dr. Rita Indarawati. Associate Professor Dr. Rita Indarawati is a lecturer in English education in the University of Srivijaya. That she's interested in teaching literature for character building, academic writing, literacy, teaching materials for her research. She has presented her work in so many countries like Hong Kong, India, South Korea, Cambodia, Thailand, Singapore, Italy, Germany, France, and the United States. Three of her studies have been carried out of international collaborative research with in Brisbane, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, and Adelaide, Australia. She became in 2020 international collaborative research was then again carried out in Utah University in the United States. She has several academic journals in Indonesia that she has published on, and she also reviews some of the articles that are sent to those journals. She has written more than 20 books with colleagues and students about reference book and reading materials such as CD Subaida Millennial Drama Performance in ELT in 2021. We want to give you welcome to Dr. Rita Indarawati with her lecture titled Utilizing Intelligent Artificial for the Enhancement of Critical Thinking and Creativity.
Okay.
Dr. Rita, the time is yours.
Thank you very much, Ruth. Hi, everyone. How are you today?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, yeah, it's nice to meet you. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. Yeah, I would like the committee to share my little slides. Yeah, so you know that Karen is the appropriate person in this case. However, I try to do my best because, yeah, in these 2 years, we connect to AI. So we have to know everything about AI, right? So the student also become the friends of AI nowadays. So the next slide, yeah, it is only for the make me happy to see this. Okay, so this one. So the titles of my presentation is Utilizing AI for the Enhancements of Critical Thinking and Creativity. Well, from this title, we can see that utilizing AI for the enhancement of critical thinking and creativity in education offers immense potential. So by personalizing learning, AI adapt to individual needs, enabling students to explore topics as their way of deepening their understanding also. So through advanced data analysis, AI helps students identify patterns, evaluate information, and solve problems more effectively, fostering critical thinking. So additionally, AI tools for content creation, such as visual design, writing, music, and video production provide students with the freedom to experiment and express their creativity also. This integration not only enhances learning efficiently, but also prepares students to think innovatively and critically in addressing real-world challenges. The next slide, please. So here is our agenda. So I don't want to read this one because I only have around 10 minutes ahead. So the next, please. Yeah, okay, this one as the introduction. So can AI change humans? And can we stop AI in this world in the 21st century? So in this age, we have AI. We don't know exactly in the 22nd century. Perhaps it's not about AI. So here, when I write here as the introduction whether AI can change human, the answer is no. AI is artificial intelligence. It means that the brain is not original. We have the original one, meaning that our brain is better actually than artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be clever because there are so many data in it. Okay, so who make AI have many data? Yeah, we are students, scholars, yeah, professors. So they input data in it, and then it looks like AI cleverer, but actually our brain is cleverer than AI. So later you can prove it. Okay, so the second one, can we stop AI? No, AI is running nowadays, not only in our era, not only in our area, education, but also in all aspects of education, of all the things that we have, not only education, okay, from other areas too. So it really helps, yeah. Once, for example, you would like to write about a paragraphs about climate change, so AI will help you. But once you only accept what have been written by AI to you, meaning that you are not clever. So here you have to do interaction with AI, because AI only a tool, only a friend. So we have to discuss with AI whether you understand, whether you agree with the paragraph that AI wrote for you or not. It means that as a human, as a user of AI, we have something in our brain, of course. We have the background knowledge about what a good paragraph is, for example. What are the characteristic of good paragraph, for example? So if we have in our mind, so when AI write for us, write for you, for example, so you can interact whether you agree with that, and AI will answer the question, answer all the question that we ask it. The next, please. The next slide, please. Okay, it is about the data as a valuable resource in education. So we see here that, okay, in this presentation, you can see that the big data here, data is not just numbers, okay? So in education, data is often seen as simply raw numbers, grades, or test scores. But this perspective limit its potential. So data is a dynamic and powerful resource that can offer much more than static statistic. So here, data can provide detailed insight into learning behavior, preferences, progress, and challenges. So by capturing, for example, the various students' interaction, data can be used to gain a deeper understanding of how students are engaging with the material. For example, a student's time spent of a learning platform, for example, the frequency of engagement with certain types of content and the quality of their responses to feedback are all data points that offers insight into their learning process. So not just number of assets. So here we can see that the big data's role in education. So big data as I said before, that AI have a lot of data, yeah, for everybody who discuss, who say something in a conference, in books, in article journals. So AI can keep it, and it is helped by the algorithm to make AI not only serve as a tool to help answer the question, to help respond the question that we ask, but also to synthesize, to interpret, to analyze the data that we ask. So if we compare with Google, the previous technology, yeah, it is what we get only the data. We only get the information, but not about the synthesize, for example, synthesis of the data or interpret the data. But we, as the user of AI, we can ask AI to help us to interpret, for example, to analyze the data that we prepare, that we have prepare for the prompt. And here also we can tracking students' progress in real time and understandings about the individual learning preferences. Okay, the next, please. Oh, I forget something that when it is about the data, we can I can give you the examples about we analyze the students' interaction with learning materials such as videos, quizzes, or discussion. So as educator, they can, for example, adjust the course design to better cater to different or to the diverse learning styles, increasing overall students' engagement and achievement. Okay, so in this slide, you can see that it is the integrations of AI, big data, and machine learning. So these three are very important nowadays because they create a more adaptive and effective learning environment that means the diverse needs of students. I mean that by analyzing vast amount of data in real time, AI can adjust learning material, okay, identify the weaknesses and provide personalized exercises. This dynamic approach empower educator to make data-driven decisions and ensure that each student receive to support their need to success. Because these technologies continue to evolve, the future of education will be increasingly personalized, efficient, and tailored to the individual learner's needs. The next slide, please. So in this case, AI enables the creation of predictive systems that anticipate students' future learning needs. So by analyzing the pattern in students' past performance, engagement, for example, preferences, AI can forecast potential challenges or areas where students might need further support. This predictive capability allows educators like us to be more proactive in adapting their teaching strategies to ensure that the learning experiences to each student's unique need. So AI-based learning modules continuously learn from students' interaction, adjusting the difficulty levels of tasks or offering new challenges to maintain an optimal learning pace. So the learning process become more personalized, adaptive, and responsive to individual progress, fostering a deeper and more effective learning experience. The next slide, please. Okay, so here, enhancing creativity and critical thinking in learning. So as AI enables this creativity, the creation of predictive system that anticipates student future learning needs. So the patterns in student past can be engaged. And you can see here that the data-driven learning encourage critical thinking and innovation. And then the students are prompted to apply learn concept and real-world situation, enhancing their creativity, and technology amplify human potential, enhancing and reaching a more inclusive and sustainable learning ecosystem. And the next slide, I think it is the last slide. Yeah, you can see here that AI for data analysis and problem solving. So AI plays a crucial role in helping students, in helping user analyze data quickly and deeply, not more than 1 second, I think. Yeah, once we ask a data to AI, and then not more than 1 minute. Oh, no, sorry, 1 second. Only 1 second, and then it worked for us. So here, the data that we get quickly and deeply also transforming the way they approach research and problem solving. So with AI, we can process large data sets efficiently, identifying trends, correlation, and outliers that would otherwise be difficult or time-consuming to uncover manually. So the ability to quickly analyze data allows students, allow all the user to focus more on interpreting results and deriving insights rather than getting bogged down in data cleaning and preliminary analysis. So in research context, because you are going to do your research, AI tools help you detect patterns and connection within complex data, which can lead to more accurate conclusion and innovative solution. Furthermore, AI encourages all the user to think critically by prompting them to evaluate findings, consider various perspectives, and question assumption, thereby fostering a deeper levels of analysis and problem-solving skills. Okay, I think it is the last. Okay, this one, the conclusion. So the applications of AI in education enable the development of critical thinking and creativity by providing adaptive and personalized learning, where AI can analyze data to tailor teaching approaches to individual needs. So this technology facilitates problem solving, enhances collaboration, and support creative experimentation through AI-based design and production tools. With AI, we can quickly identify patterns, evaluate findings, and create innovative solutions, enriching the learning process and helping them become more creative and critical thinkers in facing real-world challenges. Thank you. I think that's all for my presentation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rita Indarawati, for your presentation. As we can see, yeah, the use of artificial intelligence, it doesn't have to be an enemy of education or an enemy of the teachers, but we as teachers can use artificial intelligence for help the students with their critical things. Thank you very much, Dr. Rita Indarawati. I will give time for someone. If someone has a question, please raise your hand. Yes, Selena, please.
Thank you so much, Ruth. Hi, Ma'am Rita. Thank you.
Thank you, Lana.
Well, I do realize that we have to embrace this AI technology and all the internet is doing in our life. But especially at university level, do lecturers still expect university students, to create something authentic based on the original thought, ideas, regardless of the help of the AI itself? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yes, the original thing is good, but you have to remember that this age is different from your age when you were a student of S1 in my class. Okay, we at the time we did creativity, yes. We did innovative thing, yes, but it differs from what we have now. What the student face now is very, very different. So in their eyes now, in their face now, are AI. So how come AI become the friends, not enemy, okay, the friends, but help the students, help you, for example, you're still a student, right? Or teachers, yeah, not only student, but also teachers, to be creative, to have good critical thinking. Yes, we can get answer, we can get the response from AI easily and fast, rapidly, quickly. However, we still use our own brain, our own intelligence to discuss with AI. So it is the way modern 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 findings in this era. Yeah, we cannot close our eyes. We have to see whether AI really help or AI is harmful. It depends on us. If we can do it, if we can use AI creatively, innovatively, so we are creative students, we are creative teachers, because AI is a helper, okay? A helper to generate something before we continue to do another thing. Okay, so it really help to generate, and then we can continue later on. That's it, my answer, Lana.
Thank you, ma'am. Excuse me to say hello to Ma'am Zuraida. I see her on the screen too. Hi,
Okay.
ma'am.
Hello, Ma'am Zuraida also. Thank you, Lana.
Thank you very much, Lana, for your question. Thank you very much, Dr. Rita Indarawati. We will move to the next presenter, but before of that, I want to say that if someone has another question, please write in the chat.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And with that, I will move to our next presenter, that is Dr. Sari Silviayani. Dr. Sari Silviayani holds a bachelor's degree in English language education. She earned her Master's of Arts and Reading, Language and Culture from the University of Arizona in the USA, and her doctorate in literacy, culture, and language education from Indiana University Bloomington, also in USA, Indiana, USA. Her current responsibilities include teaching pre-service and in-service teachers of English at the University of Srivijaya, and she becomes a literacy expert at Direktorat Guru dan Tenaga Kependidikan di Kementerian Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah in Indonesia, and being a researcher of English language literacy. Her research focuses on literacy as social and critical practices, multilingual inquiry, and pedagogy. Her upcoming chapter is part of Research Multilingually, Concept and Methodological Failures, Struggles, and Successes, published by Multilingual Matters. Today, she is bringing the lecture Building Critical Literacy to Navigate Artificial Intelligence-Driven Information. Dr. Sari Silviani, the time is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ruth, for a very kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to continue our discussion on artificial intelligence and critical literacy. So my presentation today will be will be a connection between my previous research concerning online critical literacy and how it changes over time because of the current changes in artificial intelligence. So I'm trying to bring the focus on building critical literacy to navigate AI-driven information. Next slide, please. So just to remind everyone, a long time ago, Freire, one of the father of critical literacy, has reminded us that critical literacy views readers as active participants in the reading process and invites them to move beyond passively accepting the text message to question, examine, or dispute the power relations that exist between readers and authors. It focuses on issues of power and promotes reflection, transformation, and action. So until today, I think this definition is still relevant, and it becomes more important when we consider the challenge of evaluating resources that we get from the internet. The next one, please. Okay, so back in 2020, I did a research on critical literacy in the context of online information. This is actually reflected on a broader research that has been conducted in United States. Even in the advanced country like United States, students have difficulties in evaluating resources. Now, I bring this back to Indonesia and to see how our students are doing. So this was actually done in pre-service teachers of English. So I asked them to evaluate resources in English and to determine whether it is we can trust the information or not. And this is related to the many events in whether it's a political or in the current states in our society. So at that time, it was the beginning of COVID-19. So there are many kinds of misinformation going on at that time. So I used some of the questions to see if students can recognize sources that are not trustworthy. Okay, 4 findings. They are very, I think it's pretty dire situation, right? So most students fail to question who is behind the information, showing a lack of reasoning and source evaluation skills. So they, most of them could not determine that the information was actually fake or not trustworthy. And students also show low awareness of source credibility when evaluating a COVID WhatsApp post. So this was very rampant at that time. Many information we received in our phone, especially in WhatsApp, and many of them were actually very harmful. Yeah, it's not only that it's not a good source, but they can be harmful for us. So they cannot determine which one was a correct information or not. And also, we found that students rely on visuals like website appearance, leading to misconceptions about the reliability. So sometimes they see the website and they just accept it as it is without questioning if the author has a certain intentions. Not that it's not true, but many of the websites are actually depending on the intention of the people behind that. Okay, and then also over 80% of students believe conspiracy theories. revealing a struggle to question the reliability of claims and assess source credibility, highlighting the need for us to actually teach stronger critical literacy skills. Later on, after my presentation, I will send you the link to the full articles. But these findings from 2020, it was before the AI sources were used extensively, like this past year. So in 2023 to 2024, we even face more challenging, it is more challenging for us to determine the credibility of sources, just like what Professor Karen mentioned earlier. With the technology, they can actually imitate people, famous people, even laymen like us. Yeah, maybe if we are not lucky, maybe some bad person try to imitate us and using that to do harmful things or something that can be something related to financial and something like that. So it becomes more and more challenging. Next slide, please. All right, so the current state of critical literacy, five areas that I like to focus on, right? So the blurred boundaries. Social media that we use constantly in our life blurs news and entertainment, making credible content hard to identify. Some people like to create contents that are entertaining and sometimes for at the expense of truth. So sometimes we enjoy that kind of content, but actually there are many misleading information maybe, or there's something that people, it's hard to determine whether it is facts or it's fiction. Now, in this information era, information overload is a very common experience for many people. So constant streams overwhelm us, not only students, but I think everybody, making critical evaluation difficult. So we have so many things going on in the apps, in the social media platforms, that it's hard for us to keep focus and to actually question things that we see in our apps, yeah, in our platform. Now, the next one is reader reflexivity. So our backgrounds and beliefs bias our interpretation. Now, sometimes we don't realize this, especially, in a political, this in Indonesia, it's now election. So we are bombarded by information about all the candidates, and sometimes they are not true, sometimes they are true. But our own belief system also determine how we see things. So the first thing that we need to be aware of is our own bias. Sometimes we have this tendency or certain beliefs that make us more prone to something or information that actually align with our own background. So we questioning our own bias is a difficult thing, but we have to do it. The next thing is a lack of critical evaluation skills. Now, these are something that we need to learn. I think in reading classes or courses in our study program, I really focused on this critical evaluation skill. These are actually the tools that we can learn, and for teachers that we can teach, so that our students have at their disposal anytime they need to use it. They already know how to evaluate information using the strategies that are learned in their classroom. So it becomes more and more important. Like I think question from Lana is that how early should we teach this? So as early as possible, and also with the consideration of the age. And that would be a challenge for teachers to find the teaching materials that can reflect on these critical evaluation skills for all level of students. Okay, next. Now, I think I'm not going to go deep in this because Karen's earlier in the first presentation already laid out how AIs really play a role in misinformation, and it makes it very, very difficult for us unless we are very careful and in analyzing what we see in our social media. So be very mindful of AI generated videos that looks very real, but actually you know, it might not be true. So the next one. Now, so what do we do? What are challenges that we face? Of course, lack of transparency. Sometimes it is unclear who wrote this information, right? So unclear ownerships make it hard to judge credibility. So that's why we have to be very not easy to trust, because you know, in the web it can be anyone and anything in there. And the next one is bias and misinformation. Like I mentioned earlier, we individually, we have our own bias that's shape our thinking too. So when we are aware of our bias, we can minimize that the bias that we bring into the new information that we read. The next one is verification issue. So AI claims can be unverified. So we have to be very careful with unsubstantiated YouTube videos, for example, because people wants to gain more followers. So they try to do something that are sometimes outrageous, but people find it fun. So we have to be careful between entertaining content versus the real one. And then the next one is multimodal complexity. So because of technologies, the resources often include multimodal aspects like text, images, and videos, which can be difficult to evaluate critically. So we have to spend the time to really look at it and be skeptical. Yeah, so be skeptical is very important actually. Okay, and then people now over relied on the technology. Yeah, it's just like when students try to get resources for their writing, they ask AI, you know, in the beginning, when I advised my students last year, and I said, well, are you sure about this? And then they said, well, ma'am, to be honest, we asked the AI. And I said, okay, maybe the way you pose your questions can determine the quality of the answers that you get. So sometimes over reliance on this, and we receive a lot of like proposal that are very we can tell that it's just a copy paste, for example. So we keep telling students that, oh, it's okay to use AI, but then you have to really do layers and layers of evaluation of the content, so you can arrive at the conclusion which aspect you should take and which you should just leave it. Okay, the next one. So what do we need to do? So going back to my the first one, access the credibility, check the author credentials and expertise. Sometimes AI provide you with the references that does not exist. There are many names that they put in there with the title, but then when you actually check them, it's non-existent. So check the sources, whether it's the website supported by government or educational site, or it is just like a very general website, then you should treat them very carefully. Analyze the contents. This is becoming very important to cross-verify your sources and evaluate the evidence posted. Understand the context. So different media types require different evaluation strategies. If you just want to access your platform for entertainment, you just you know, you don't take it seriously. But once you use them as your reference, as sources for you to make decision, then you need to be very mindful of the sources. All right, I think that would be the next. Just I think can skip this one. So for educators, integrate critical literacy into your curriculum is very important now, because we need to provide our students the experience and the knowledge and the experience of dealing with the sources, and using multimodal text, so our students, so there is no big gap between what students do outside of classroom and what they learn inside. So inside, sometimes we only use textbooks without using the multimodal text, but outside there, students use a lot of different kind of text. So we should bring things that they usually use outside as part of the tools that we use inside of our classroom, so it will be relevant for their life. Okay, and then also teach students about biases by AI generated content. And for students, I think actively develop critical literacy skills in your classroom, and question the credibility of sources are the priority. And then just always be mindful of biases from your own as well as from AI generated information. I think that's all for my presentation today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sari Silvayani, for your presentation. And as previously, I want to give a space for someone for one question. If someone have a question about this amazing presentation about how we need to be think and be critical of artificial intelligence and the use, please raise your hand. Lana, thank you very much.
We have to give a present to Lana.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Ms. Sari. Thank you very much. I'm concerned about, I'm sure that teachers are knowledgeable, resourceful, skilled in their field, but do you think educators should also rely on AI technology in teaching? Because students, they have devices, they have everything more than probably the teachers, the educators do. So in case for one moment, for example, the students say, but this is what the internet says, but this is what I found on the internet. So do you think teachers, educators should rely on technology, AI, and everything the internet provides? Thank you.
Thank you, Lana, for your question. This is a really a good question, yeah, because we want students to, we want our classroom to be relevant. So in order for us to be relevant, we also have to address the way people communicate. We have to address what students are facing outside of our classroom. So I think depending on your need, I would say that you can use any tools, any technologies that will facilitate your teaching. AI is very, I think, yeah, in one of the sessions that I attended recently in the conference, say that it's actually save time for you to do some grading, for example. In the surface level, it can identify like surface, for example, if you teach writing, for example, and then you know, you can also save your time by looking at the service aspect with that, and then you can use your time to give a deeper comments, yeah, based on the content. So there are things that can save teachers time in using that. But I also see some teachers being anti-AI, something like that, because it seems like it can be harmful. But actually, we cannot avoid that. I think when you teach reading, for example, critical reading, then you need to address how how reading is different from like 5 years ago and now. So when you teach them strategies, you have to combine strategies when dealing with two-dimensional text like textbooks, and how to actually do reading comprehension of the text, in multimodal format. So I think in a way that we cannot really avoid the use of AI, but we need to teach our students, for example, how to ask good question. So AI is already there; they're using it anyway. If we don't address how we use it, then we're going to not prepare our students for the real life. So what we can do is to see how it is used and how to teach our students that at the end of the day, the questions that you ask will also determine the answers that you get. And once you get the answers, then you have to you don't just accept those answers, but you need to evaluate the answers. I think the essence of that is that we are evaluating the answers or the resources that we get. So by using that, I think in our classroom, we can teach our students to be more critical without denying the fact that all the devices that they use are actually based on AI. So I think that what we can do as educator. Thank you.
I'm sorry for, I'm just thinking of another questions. Do you think that it's better to bring up the AI and technology in the first place when we start teaching a batch of students, for example, or should we just follow the pace? Anytime the students start mentioning the AI, then we follow the pace, or rather, let's bring it up in the first place, introduce it to our students, especially when we are teaching young English young learners.
Yeah. Well, I think I think in the beginning you will assess the level of your students, and then when you create your instructional design, you will include things that are basic that you want to introduce to them, and then I think in some part of that it will come up, and you can actually do it by design instead of waiting until your student bring up the issue. It really depends on your classroom, I think, or how young the students that you are teaching. Even they already use, I'm afraid that they already use it and they don't have any tools at their disposal to be able to manage or to navigate the information that they have. So if you are comfortable, or if teachers are comfortable doing that, I think they can start doing that even before that things come up, because our students have their own access from such an early age. And if you know your students are already having their own cell phone, for example, then you should be aware that they're already exposed to the AI generated technology. So by just knowing that access that they have, so we can design our lesson, or our instructional design should include yeah, our instructional design can include the strategies or how to evaluate the information. Of course, you should be doing it at the context of at the context and at the age level of your students.
Thank you so much, very helpful.
Thank you, Lena. Okay, Ruth, I think that's all. Thank you very much, everyone, for your attention and questions. And I'll take some questions if I have in the chat box. Thank you, Ruth. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sari Silviani. And for the other presenters, Dr. Rita Indarawadi and Dr. Karen Ferreira. It was really interesting, all the lectures today. I want to remember everyone that is in here today that you can click the link that is going to be in the group chat for sign your attendance to this webinar today. And with this, for the moment, I will back the mic and the voice to Miss Nadira, or Master of Ceremony today. So she will tell us what is next.
Okay, thank you so much, Ruth. What a great presentation from our keynote speakers. They highlighting about the use of AI in academic, what are the advantages and also the challenges that we may face. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a parallel session. But before that, I would like to invite the moderator of the parallel session, which is Saida Saia, to take over the Zoom.
Okay, thank you very much for Nadira. Okay. Okay, good afternoon for all participants here. I hope all participants are still enthusiastic for this session until Q&A session. First of all, please allow me to welcome the presenters who will be sharing their idea and experiences with us today. And I'd also like to welcome to all participants and lecturer of the Second Language Education Research Conference and Expo. Welcome to this session, Navigating Information in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. My name is Adi Saia. I am the moderator for the session. And we have a lineup of insightful presentation from students, and we encourage your active participation throughout the session. Before that, I would like to explain some rules for the webinar. For each presenter, we'll have just 12 minutes to present their work. So be sure that you share all the point in that time. And today we have 5 presenters. And then before start, I will read a short biodata of each presenter. And after all presenter present their paper, it will be followed by Q&A session. So let's ensure we stay on schedule by keeping question and answer concise and relevant. Without further ado, please allow me to begin the session. And then before we jump to the presenter, I would like to remember for all the participants, don't forget to fill the attendance form through the link provided in the chat box to record your attendance. And then you will receive a certificate made uniquely for you. Now, I'd like to call on our first presenter for Camila Agustin. Camila Agustin is an experienced English teacher, a graduate of Sriwijaya University with a bachelor degree in English education. She is currently pursuing her master degree at the same university. Camilla also has extensive teaching experience, including roles at school in senior high school at Palembang and Madrasah Ibtidaiyah Ikhlasiyah, as well as at educational institution like Budi Wijaya Education Center and Bimbel Metric. Okay, Camille Agustin will be presenting the student perception on the use of artificial intelligence in writing literature review at English Education Study Program, Sriwijaya University. For Camille Agustin, the Zoom floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the moderator for the opportunity. So, good afternoon, all. I hope you still enthusiastic and interesting to hear the next session for this seminar. Okay, before I start about my presentation today, I would like to know you first all that actually I don't get my data yet. So that's why today I only share you guys about my general information about the AI, or maybe in my literature review about this. So go next for the first discussion, please. Okay, so start from the artificial intelligence in education itself. I got 6 citation here that you can see and read it, guys. So according to Savarin here, AI's ability to offer tailored learning experiences revolution educational landscape. And in writing, AI tools help automate mundane tasks, offer instant feedback, and ultimately improve the quality of writing, particularly for tasks like literature review. And AI tools also such as grammar checker and plagiarism detector boost students' confidence by enhancing writing quality. In Indonesia itself, students are increasingly turning to AI tools for research planning and drafting, reflecting a growing adoption in academic context. However, this concern about over-reliance on AI remains itself, as what Rinaldi point out in here, as you can see. The excessive use may hinder creativity and also the critical thinking and raise the ethical issues related to the authenticity and plagiarism. So, artificial intelligence in education is transforming various sectors, and education is no exception in recent years. AI also has significantly impacted the way we teach and learn. And AI facilitates personalized learning, adapts teaching methods to individual student needs, and even assists in complex academic tasks like writing. That's for the artificial intelligence in education. Next, please. Well, here, I highlight the role of AI in academic writing itself. For the first one is AI tools. AI tools like ChatGPT, Grammarly, and also Quillbot have become essential in academic writing, right? So these kind of tools assist in various tasks such as grammar checking, plagiarism detection, and also even content generation. These all tools play a vital role in supporting students during the writing process by helping with idea generation, structuring content, and also refining writing quality. And this concern about their impact on creativity, like critical thinking and also the academic integrity persists. So to maintain a balanced approach, the researchers suggest integrating AI tools carefully and ensuring that human insight and creativity are preserved in academic work. So you can see that's it. The use of AI tools, balanced approach, and also support in writing and the concern. Next, please. Okay. Here is the definition and scope of AI in academic context. AI, particularly through machine learning, or we can say it as natural language processing, or as we know by NLP. This one enables machine to process and generate human language, and making it highly relevant for academic contexts. And these tools can enhance efficiency by automating tasks like grammar checking, like I said before, and content generation also. So it it is allowing the researchers to focus on more critical aspect of their work. So, however, ethical concerns such as potential for plagiarism and issues of authenticity highlight the importance of using AI responsibility and establishing university policies to manage these challenges. And for the historical here, initially AI tools itself were limited to basic functions such as spell checking and also grammar correction. However, with the advancement of NLP, AI tools have evolved into more sophisticated platform capable of generating content, like summarizing text and also managing citation. And also, tools like GPT-3 or ChatGPT, as we know, have taken this to the next level, allowing for high quality content generation that is transforming academic writing. So despite this advancement, ethical considerations such as academic integrity and also algorithmic bias, it can continue to pose the challenges. That's it for the historical. And then next is overview of AI in academic writing. AI tools are particularly useful in literature review tasks, where they can help summarize article, also extract the key terms, and organize relevance effectively. At Sriwijaya University itself, students utilize AI tools to identify relevant literature, structure their reviews, and also even receive feedback on writing quality. However, the challenges remain particularly in integrating AI-generated content with critical analysis, which is the crucial in maintaining the academic rigor of their literature reviews. So it concerns about the academic integrity also persists among the students. And the last point in here is AI tools in literature review writing. AI tools are diverse in their applications for literature review writing. For example, content generation tools like Grammarly or ChatGPT. Both of them help improve language clarity and also assist in drafting. And citation management tools like Zotero and Mendeley, like we usually use, they automate the organization of reference and also citation generation, right? And for counting the qualitative data analysis, like NVIFO, that enable to coding the data and thematic analysis, and also contributing the deeper insight in literature review process. While AI tools improve the efficiency, ethical considerations regarding bias and academic integrity must still be addressed. Next. Okay, the next highlight is about the benefit and challenges of using in literature review. Talking about the benefit and challenges, of course, we got some advantages of AI tools in the literature review process, right? AI tools offer multiple advantages in literature review process. They enhance the accuracy and the efficiency by processing large data sets and also summarizing the relevant resource. Of course, with high precision. And also the automation of tasks like literature search and retrieve file save time and allowing researchers to focus more on analysis. And talking about the challenges, common challenges and limitations that associated with AI tools. Also, one of the main challenges is over reliance on AI itself. Which can lead to insufficient critical engagement with the material and overlooking of alternative perspective. AI tools also may struggle with contextual understanding, which can result in the inclusion of irrelevant literature. Additionally, bias and fairness remain ongoing concern also in AI-generated content. So, requiring further research and training to ensure that results are fair and accurate. So that's the information that I got about the benefit or the advantages and limitation that use of AI in our literature review. Next, please. Okay. Next one is the impact of AI on academic integrity and writing quality. So impact of AI on academic integrity, except talking about the benefit and also the limitation or challenges, of course, we also concerned about the solution. How do we prove this kind of the challenges or limitation? So the guideline for AI you said in here is establish clear guidelines regarding it used to maintain the academic integrity. The institution, so we need to clear AI usage policies and also the ethical AI training for students and researchers. And also we have to proper balance, proper balance between AI and human insight. So we can harness the benefits of AI without compromising on quality of our writing. That's it. Next, please. Okay.
Sorry, Amelia, your time is 2 minutes left.
Okay, thank you, Saida. So this is our last slide. I also find out about the previous related studies, which the first one is students' perception of AI in writing class. They focus on EFL students' experience with AI tools in writing lesson in Indonesia, and also the findings you can see that here. The second one is under university students' perception of artificial intelligence-based tools for English writing course. And the last one is teachers' perception of using an artificial intelligence-based educational tool for scientific writing. So in conclusion, all of these studies highlight the potential of AI to improve writing, but they also emphasize the need for careful integration to maintain the academic integrity and quality. So, yeah, I hope based on this literature review that I shared before to you guys, and in relation to the students' perception of use in AI in academic writing, I hope this topic can certainly be considered for the development of our future research study, and hope this discussion can be inspiring all of us. Yeah, that's it from me. I think that's all. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Camila Agustini, for your informative and engaging presentation. Okay, now we jump to the next presenter. The next presenter is Millennium. Millennium is a dedicated and passionate English second language teacher from Palembang. She holds a bachelor's degree in English education, language education from Win Raden Fatah Palembang, and she is currently pursuing her master's in the same field at this Sriwijaya University. Millennium has extensive experience teaching English across various institutions, both online and offline, with a proven track record of improving student language skills and fostering engaging learning environments. And then beyond teaching, she has been actively involved in numerous international events and academic organizations, including serving as head of research at Winrada Fata Palembang. She has also participated in the Fulbright English. Okay, Melanie will be presenting about navigating the challenges of AI integration in English language teaching, insight from Palembang lecturer. Without waiting long, I'd like to call Millennium. For Millennium, time is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Saida. Okay. Before I start, all right, yeah. I need the full screen. All right. So thank you for the opportunity for all of the lecturer that attend this webinar, and also my friends and also the participants. So the title that I will present to you here is Overcoming Challenges, okay, in integrating the AI into teaching practices insight from English lecture in Palembang. Okay, so actually there is my advisor here, Ibu Rita. She is so lovely to guide me to finish this research. Okay, so this presentation examines the integration of AI technology into English teaching practices, okay? That focusing on the challenge that faced by lecturer in Palembang, Indonesia. And I'm using the qualitative research study, and we explore the obstacle, potential, the solution, and the implication for the future of education. All right, here I would like to give you some information, guys, that to make this PowerPoint, I'm using the Gamma app. As you can see here, it is one of AI actually, okay? So in 5 minutes, your presentation is ready, okay? You have the beautiful template, and then you can also have all of the outline that you want, okay? Using the AI. So it is very time saving for us, but as you can see here, I'm not editing it. You can see here there are so many double word. Okay, so that means you cannot trust the AI 100%. Okay, because you have to check and recheck it also. So that's why we still have to pay attention on what we are doing using the AI. All right, next slide, please. All right, here is introduction of my study, everyone. We are going to talk about why I'm talking about the AI potential in education first, okay? The AI technology is recognized for its potential to revolutionize teaching method and enhancement student outcome. So because we know that AI is very booming for nowadays, okay, it has a lot of benefit, it time saving, okay, it make us easier to do our task, it makes us easier to do our job. So it has a big potential in our education also, yeah. So and then what is the benefit for English lecturer then? So AI, it can improve language learning by offering personalized feedback. Okay, so it can give you feedback in quickly. For example, when you are using ChatGPT, okay, you ask question, it gives you quick answer. Okay, but remember, like what I told you before, you cannot trust it 100% because you have to check it first also because it is already appropriate with what you want or not. Okay. So we can adapt with the AI, but we can adopt 100% of it. So what is the challenges then? We go to the challenges of AI adoption. Okay. Despite its benefit, like what I have already talked to you before, that it has also come with several challenges that hinder AI integration in Palembang, Indonesia. Okay. So this is what we are going to discuss in this presentation. Okay, the challenges that faces by the lecturer, especially in UIN Raden Patah Palembang, that I'm doing this research. And then what is the study objective then? The study objective is investigate the specific challenge, okay, like what I have already told you before about the English lecturer face when integrating the AI into their teaching practices and offer insight into overcoming this obstacle through qualitative research. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, it is the method that we are doing in conducting this research. Okay. So in conducting this research, actually I'm interview. Okay, we are using qualitative approach. It's qualitative approach that focuses on deep understanding of the challenges faced by English lecturer in Palembang. So I'm using a semi-structured interview. Okay, the questionnaire is sorry, not questionnaire. The interview question is related about 17 questions. All right. So I'm interviewing the lecturer via Zoom and then face-to-face. That is held in UIN Raden Patah Palembang Campus B, okay, at English Education Study Program, okay. There are 3 lecturers that I use interview in this research. So the second one, like what I have already told you before in this semi-structured interview, okay, the semi-structured interview were conducted with 3 English lecturers from university in Palembang. And the interview were conducted either in person, via video conference, at least 45 until 60 minutes. Okay, we are doing that. And after we already got the data, we already do the interview, what we have to do is next, is thematic analysis, okay? We have to analyze the data by using the thematic analyzing using theme and code, okay? So the thematic analysis was used to identify the key theme and pattern related to the challenges of AI integration in teaching practices. That is about the method. Next slide, please.
Okay, sorry for Millennium. Your time is 1 minute left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. So the result and discussion here, the first one, I'm not going to talk about it more. That many English lecturer in Palembang lack of necessary training. So we need training for it, okay? We need training for the lecturer because not all of them already got the training. And then access to technology, not all of the lecturer have access to the technology. So we have to concern about it. And also the ethical concern about plagiarism and so on. Next slide, please. Okay, the conclusion is that we need training support. Universities should invest in comprehensive training, okay? And then the ethical concern, it's crucial to address ethical concern around the data privacy, algorithm bias, and potential, like what already said by the presenter and the keynote speaker. And then we need collaborative patterns with AI developer and so on, research institution and so on. I think that's all with my presentation. Thank you, Saida. I'll give it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Melanie, for your great presentation about benefit and challenges of AI, especially insight from Palembang lecturer. Okay, before we continue, I would like to remember, if you have any question, you don't have to wait until the end of the last presentation. You can type in your question in the chat box, and then we will address the question after the presentation. Okay, now for our next speaker is Kiki Zakia Nurhayati. She is a dedicated graduate of Muhammadiyah University of Palembang with a bachelor's degree earned in 2021. And then Kiki has an impressive track record of involvement in various organizations, including HPI, and has participated in 27 seminar and 5 training sessions for enhanced for professional skills. Okay, Kiki Zakia Nurhayati will be presenting about integrating AI technology in the professional practice of EFL lecturers. Let's welcome her to the Zoom. For Kiki Zakia, you may start your presentation in 12 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much for the moderator. This is about the integrating AI technologies in the professional practices of EFL lecturer. So please, next slide. Sorry, moderator, can you make it, the slide is large? Yeah. As we know that in the rapidly advancing digital era, AI technology has become a crucial component in the various fields, including in education. The integration of AI in educational practices has the potential to transform in teaching, enhance the learning experience, and streamline administrative tasks. So in the higher education future is the intrinsically linked to the new smart machine, the development in the new technologies and the computing capabilities. And in this area, advances in AI are open to new teaching and learning opportunities and challenges in the higher education, with the potential to fundamentally change the governance and the internal architecture of the higher education. So the currently AI is progressing at the accelerated rate, affecting the depth of the nature and the higher education services. As we know, in the role of the higher education is the continuing in the implementation of three dharma of the higher education, like namely the teaching or the education, and the second is in the research, and the last is in the community service. Next slide, please. Yeah, this study used qualitative, specifically in the case study. And the participant of this study, there are 3 lecturers of the private university, and the instrument that the researcher used is interview, specifically semi-structured interview. And to analyze this data, the researcher used the thematic analysis Brown and Clark. Next slide. Yeah, the finding of the you can see there are the 3 themes. The first theme is the integration of AI technologies, and the second is specific AI tools that the lecturer utilizes, and the last is the challenges encountered with the AI technologies, with the sub-theme teaching, research, community service, and some tools for the professional activity that EFL lecturer use. Like in the example quotes, the third participant said that AI helps me come up with the fresh idea for the lesson and the activities. It means that the AI give the potential to the benefit in the teaching. And for the research, the second participant said that in doing research, it can make me finishing my research as soon as possible. And the next for the community service, the first presenter, the first participant said that I use AI for writing and the pronunciation. So it can be concluded that AI give many beneficial and support their text. So this is very benefit. And the specific AI tool that the EFL lecturer use for the teaching, research, and community service, there are ChatGPT to get the new idea or the information before the lecturer teach the student. And the Mendeley, yeah, as we know that Mendeley is one of the AI tools that use for the reference and citation. And the challenges and encounter with the AI technology, there are trust and accuracy and learning curve. Some participants say that AI sometimes give me fake citation. Yeah, as we know, sometimes when we use the AI, please give me the citation, but in the real there is the fake citation. It's not real. And the learning curve, some platform were too complex and require time to learn. Yeah, maybe some lecturer or maybe you as a student, you need to learn more about the AI tool, how to use the AI tool, how to use this application. There is there is a many tools that we should use, and there is a tool that we should handle off the tools. Yeah, next slide, please. The result of discussion of this study, the integration of AI technologies into the professional practices of EFL lecturer has shown the significantly potential to enhance the teaching, research, and community service. As evidenced by the participant experience, lecturer report using various AI tools such as ChatGPT, Grammarly, Perplexity, and Mendeley to improve the lesson planning, generate the innovative teaching method, and the streamline research text, like in the literature review and the data collection. However, while the AI tool facilitate the efficiency and provide the valuable research, participants emphasize the importance of the critical engagement with these technologies, concerned regarding the accuracy of AI-generated content and the complexity associated with the learning new tools. Highlight the necessity for the verification processes and human oversight in education practices. Furthermore, although some lecturers have successfully implement AI-driven project in community service, others express a limit the application of this technology in outright and of effort, indicating an area for further exploration and the development. And overall, while AI presents the numerous benefits in enhancing the educational practices, addressing the challenges related to the training and the integration will be crucial for the maximize in the effectiveness in the EFL context. So in the conclusion, the study, please next slide. In conclusion, the study underscores the diverse roles that AI technologies play in supporting EFL lecturer professional practices while highlighting the challenges associated with their use. And this illustrates that EFL lecturers find the value in using AI technology to significantly improve their teaching, research efficiency, and to support in the process of the completing the community service report. So I think that's all for the integration of AI technology for the EFL lecture. Thank you. Back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you very much for Kiki Zakia for your insightful and engaging presentation on integrating AI in the context of EFL education. Your explanation provide us with a fresh perspective on how technology can transform language teaching and professional practice. Okay, we continue for the next speaker. Now, I'd like to call on for presenters. Our next speaker is Nimas Nabila Putri Erliani. She is a dedicated Bachelor of Education majoring in English from University of Muhammadiyah Palembang. She has extensive teaching experience, including roles as an English tutor and teacher at various institutions, such as Guruku Palembang and SMA IT Ikhlas Cendekia Lahar. Nabila also is passionate about education and actively seek opportunities to learn and contribute as evidenced by her participation in programs like Kampus Mengajar and events like the National English Speech Competition. She has also received accolades, including a bronze medal at the Hardiknas competition by POSI. Okay, Nimas Nabila will be presenting about boosting confidence, how AI tools shape students' self eff- efficacy in academic writing. Okay, we invite for Nimas. The Zoom floor is yours. Okay, hello Nimas. Are you in Zoom meeting?
Okay, hello everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you to moderator and the committee for giving me an opportunity one of the presenters today.
Sorry, Nimas. I think your voice is a little distorted, so it's not very clear to hear. So Nimas have a problem with the signal. Can you continue your presentation?
Hello, moderator. Am I audible?
Okay, it's clear.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes,
Hello, Nimas.
continue. Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. So, my name is Nimas Nabila. So today, I'm going to present my research, which title is Boosting Confidence, how AI tools shape students' self-efficacy in academic writing. So next, please. So I'm going to start with the importance of writing skill itself. Writing skills are fundamental to education. It serves critical tools for communication, self-expression, and academic success. In a college, academic writing presents significant challenges for students. Many struggle to organize their ideas, find the right words, and deal with grammar issues, which can undermine their confidence and self-efficacy. For some students, the stress of writing can feel overwhelming. However, the rise of artificial intelligence has revolutionized education. This tool provides us support by enhancing self-efficacy through instant feedback, guidance on structure, and creative inspiration on students' writing process. These tools help students feel more capable and confident. It also makes their writing process smoother and better. Next, please. So we come to the next, it's about research question. So what are the impact of AI tools on student self-efficacy in writing for academic purposes? So this study explore the impact of AI tools on students' self-efficacy in academic writing. It focuses on how they affect students' confidence, motivation, anxiety, and engagement with the writing process. Next, please. Okay, so AI refers to system that can think and learn like humans. AI has transformed academic writing in several ways. Tools like Grammarly corrects grammar and style, Turnitin checks or tech checks originality, and ChatGPT perplexity, and also Gemini AI assist with generating ideas. So these tools improve fluency, accuracy, and confidence. So next is self-efficacy. Self-efficacy refers to a person's belief in their ability to succeed in specific task. It influences how people think, feel, and perform. Bandura identifies four key sources, including mastery experience, vicarious experience, social persuasion, and also emotional states, which build confidence through personal success. So, next, please. So, now we jump to the next is about methodology. To explore the impact of AI tools on writing self-efficacy, I conducted a qualitative studies with 5 undergraduate students from Sriwijaya University. Using a semi-structured interview, I gathered their perception and analyzed the data through the thematic to identify key patterns and themes. Next, please. So here are the result. The results revealed 5 major themes. The first one is increased confidence. Students report that tools like Grammarly and ChatGPT and also Gemini AI boost their confidence by providing instant feedback. One participant described it as, "It's like having a friend. It's guiding me to know where the mistakes that I have made." And the second one is reduce anxiety. Many students felt less anxious about making mistakes, knowing they could refine their work with AI support. One student said that knowing I can fix mistakes as I go makes writing less stressful. And the next one is better organizations. AI tools helped the students structured their writing better. Suggestion for paragraph structure and transitions make their writing more logical and also cohesive. One of participants said that the AI suggests how to better organize my writing. It also makes my writing more professional. So the next one is higher motivation and engagement. So AI tools inspired the students to engage more actively with their writing. One participant shared that AI gave them ideas they wouldn't have thought of otherwise. He said that AI helps me stay on track and gives me to generate the ideas, which makes me want to write more. And the last theme is dependence concerned on AI. While the tools were helpful, some students worried about becoming overly reliant on them, which might hinder the development on their independent skills. One of them said that, "I'm afraid I might become too dependent on that tools and it cannot make my own writing." Okay, next, please. So here's the discussion of this study. The findings of this study demonstrate that AI tools positively influence students' self-efficacy in academic writing, as evidenced by their increased confidence, motivation, and also engagement with their writing task. The findings are aligned with Bandura's social cognitive theory, which focuses on how self-efficacy influences success. AI tools help boost students' confidence by giving them immediate feedback on their writing, which make them feel more capable. This tool also reduce anxiety, helping students feel less stressed and more willing to write. And additionally, AI tools keep students motivated by showing them their progress and giving helpful suggestions. However, if students rely too much on the AI, they may struggle to develop the skills needed to improve their own writing. Okay, then the last is next, please.
Sorry, Nimas, your time is 1 minute left.
Okay, the last one is conclusions. To summarize that we've learned so far, AI tools can support students feel more confident and motivated in their writing. They provide feedback quickly, which reduces anxiety and helps students improve their work step by step in a short time. While these tools are great for boosting writing skills, it's important that the students don't rely on them too much. They still need to develop their own writing abilities and critical thinking. When they use AI the right way, that kind of tools can be a helpful tool for learning without taking from the development of important skills. Okay, everyone, I think that's all about my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nimas Nabila, for your great presentation. Now, I'd like to call the last presenter. She is Sylvia Pratami. She is a graduate of UIN Raden Fatah Palembang, majoring in English education. She has over 2 years of experience as a private tutor and has also taught at various schools, including ME Hijriah and NU Junior High School in Palembang. Sylvia has been actively involved in campus organization and events, serving as moderator for national webinars and as an master of ceremony for formal events. She is passionate about education and aspires to pursue a master degree in English education. Sylvia Pratami will be presenting about AI paraphrasing tools in EFL's undergraduate thesis writing, student perception, and factors. Okay, it sounds interesting topic. Without waiting long, so Sylvia Pratami, you may start your presentation in 12 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much for the moderator. So in this great opportunity, I will explain to you about my article. It's with the title AI Paraphrasing Tools in EFL Undergraduate Thesis Writing, Students' Perceptions and Influential Factors. Okay, next. Okay, can you make it bigger, please? Okay, it's okay if it is cannot. Let's let's jump to the introduction. This study, we know that we are in Indonesia is an EFL students, which is learn English as a foreign language, right? So as EFL students, we often find this academic writing challenging, especially when it comes to vocabulary, grammar, organizing ideas, and also paraphrasing. So, but in another ways, these skills are essential not only to convey meaning but also to avoid plagiarism. So, for many EFL students, paraphrasing is particularly tricky. It can be it can be time consuming and also requires practice that they might not have to access. So with it nowadays with AI advancement, paraphrasing tools are emerging as helpful solutions and allowing students to rephrase text effectively and improve their language skill, which can be huge support in writing their thesis. Okay, one of the tools like Quillbot, it have shown positively impact the writing process for the students, and also particularly when it comes to their thesis work. So in this study, the aims is to delve into EFL students' experiences in AI paraphrasing tool and understand what factors drive their uses. So next slide, please. Okay, for this article, I will I have
two research questions, which is what are EFL student perception of AI paraphrasing tools in writing their undergraduate thesis, and also why do EFL students choose to use AI paraphrasing tool in their undergraduate thesis. Next. Okay, here are the methodology that I will use in my research. For method, I will use descriptive qualitative with case study design, and the participant will be 9 semester student with sampling. I use purposive sampling, and I will choose 5 students from English education in UIN Raden Fatah Palembang, which have prior experience. And the instrument will be ready-made questionnaire, which include 12 items in 5 point of Likert scale. And I will deliver my questionnaire also in Google form and deliver to the participant toward WA. And next, I will use semi-structured interview to collect the data. With the instrument, I have 5 questions. 2 questions for perception and 3 questions for to know the factor why the student use paraphrasing tool. And for the data analysis, the questionnaire I will analyze by descriptively, and for the interview data, I will use thematic analysis by Brown and Clark. Next. Okay, here is the result. Here are the result of my questionnaire. So actually, most of the students give the perception that AI paraphrasing tool helping them and really accessibility, really easy to access, and also it's really useful for them, and it helped them to avoid plagiarism and also enhance the students motivation in writing their thesis. Okay, from the questionnaire we know that the student have positive perception toward AI paraphrasing tools. Okay, next. Next is about interview result. So from the interview, I got that the students have the perspective that AI paraphrasing tools have them in saving time and also in expansion in their vocabulary and clarity improvement, and also help them in avoiding plagiarism. But despite their positive perspective toward AI paraphrasing tools, they are also mention some challenges or limitation about these tools. The first one is they said that the AI paraphrasing tools still need manual editing, and also about original concern. They said that over reliance on this tool may compromise or decrease their originality in the academic writing. And the next is about technical content. This tool may struggle with complex language, where the students may lose their critical thinking, and also this tool also make their writing understandable, or transcript or descriptively transcript it into different meaning. It may occur if the student cannot or don't check it by theirs in the manually. Next. Okay, next is about influential factor. So why the students decide to use this paraphrasing tool? The first is they want to avoid plagiarism, of course. This tool help maintain academic integrity. And the second one is they have university requirement where every university requires the students to maintain the plagiarism. As I know, in Winner and Fatah Palembang, uh, they set their plagiarism not more than 30%. So the student needs to use AI paraphrasing tool to help them in what is that, to maintain the time and also university requirement. And next is about improving writing quality. They need to enhance vocabulary, sentence flow, and also clarity under time constraints. Because as we know, EFL students not use English as their second or first language. We use English as foreign language. That's why this writing is become difficult for us as undergraduate students or students who are writing will write in English. So that's the factor influence them in using paraphrasing tools. Next. Okay, it's about the discussion. As we know before, EFL students generally view AI paraphrasing tool positively, finding them particularly helpful for meeting deadlines and enhancing the quality for their writing. Many students appreciated how these tools save time, requiring benefit in studies showing AI rules in easing the writing process. And beyond the efficiency, students found that AI also helped improve their language skill, like expanding vocabulary and refining sentence structure. However, they were aware that relying too much on AI could limit their own creative growth and the development of a unique writing style. A key reason, we also find that a key reason for using this tool was plagiarism avoidance, with the students valuing how AI helped them repress contents without losing meaning. And also, despite the benefit, the students also acknowledge or mention that AI still need human oversight to capture the full context, especially with complex ideas. So to hinder the misunderstanding in the context in our writing, we need to use AI paraphrasing tools combined with our knowledge, with our manual editing. We need to check it. We need to check the work by the machine.
Sorry, Sylvia, your time is 1 minute left.
Okay, next to the next slide. Next is about conclusion. So the finding from both questionnaire and interview suggests that EFL students generally have a positive perception on AI paraphrasing tools, recognizing them as a valuable tool in their undergraduate thesis writing, and this tool helps students save time, improve their language skill, and avoid plagiarism, making them essential in the academic writing process. And also, however, students also acknowledge the limitations such as the need for manual adjustment and the risk of over-reliance, which could hinder the development of their personal writing style and critical thinking. Additionally, the external pressures like university requirements for paraphrasing and the pressure of meeting deadlines also play a role in students' use of this tool. Overall, while AI paraphrasing tools are beneficial, they are best used as complements to traditional writing skill, not as a replacement. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation. I give it back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia Pratami, for your insightful presentation on the use of AI paraphrasing tools in EFL undergraduate thesis writing. Okay, now we continue with the Q&A session. For all other participants, as you listen to the presenters today, you are welcome to type your question directly. And then for who wants to ask the question, please kindly write the question and don't forget to write the name of the speaker you want to ask. Okay, is there any question for the presenter today?
Do we have any questions from the chat that you can see?
Okay, ma'am. I want to ask.
Okay, Anissa, please.
So sorry, I cannot turn on the webcam because something wrong. So I want to ask for the first presenter. Based on your presentation, what steps can students take to use AI tools responsibly in academic writing while maintaining originality? Thank you.
Okay, sorry, Anissa, for who the question you want to ask?
Okay.
Anissa?
Okay.
I mean, for who the questions for the speaker that you want to ask?
This is for the first presenter. So based on the presentation, what steps can students take to use AI tools responsibly in academic writing while maintaining originality? I will write in the chat box.
Okay, I think for the first presenter have left the Zoom meeting. Yeah, so.
Okay, maybe for the last presenter, Sylvia.
Okay.
Okay, considering the challenge you mentioned before in the presentation, how can EFL students effectively use AI paraphrasing tools to enhance their thesis writing while minimizing the risk of compromising originality? I will write checkbox.
Okay, maybe for Sylvia Pratami, you may answer directly for the question.
Okay, thank you so much for Anissa for giving me a good questions. I think how to maintain the originality in using AI paraphrasing tools, right? So, in my opinion, based on my interview before, we need to use AI paraphrasing tools responsibility. Like when we use these AI paraphrasing tools, we need also check what the AI give to us. Is it mention we need to our uh, writing, or is it mention what actually mean? Because there are so many case that AI paraphrasing tools give us the result that uh, misunderstanding make us misunderstanding about the topic. So in this case, we need to check what the AI give to us. That's what I think, to prevent our originality and also critical thinking. We still need this point of, I think we still need this point to prevent or to make our writing accessibility and can understand by the reader. That's all I think.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia. For Anissa, that's answer your questions. I think that's enough answer.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia, for your great answer.
Okay, for others, is there any questions? Please.
Yeah, I want to ask.
Okay, for Ameleta, you can ask.
I want to ask from Millennium's presentation. Okay, what challenges do English lecturers in Palembang face when integrating AI into teaching, as Melanie mentioned in the presentation, and how do these challenges affect their teaching? Okay, I will type in the chat box. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, maybe for Melody, if you can answer directly.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Amelita, for that very great question. Okay, yeah, this is my topic. What challenge do the English lecturer in Palembang face when integrating the AI into their teaching practices? Uh, actually, like what I have already talked to you in my presentation before, that there are a lot of challenges that they face in integrating the AI. The first one is the lack of technology enhancement, or they still do not, you know, that because AI is very new. Okay, it is new, right? Because it is in this 1 or 2 years booming, so they need time to adapt with this AI. Okay, so not all of them is familiar with this tool, with this technology, so that is the challenges that they face, and it is also affect their teaching practices. And the second one is the facilities. Actually, at Win, yeah, they have still limited Wi-Fi access, okay, and also the projector. So for the Wi-Fi, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. The lecturer say, and also the projector. Actually, in English education study program at PBA, they only have 4 projector, and they have to, how do you say that, bergantian in using that, okay, with another class like that. And also we have another challenge, that it is the student. Okay, not all of the student has technology, they do not have laptop. Okay, not all of them. Okay, because we come from different socio-economic background. Okay, and also the teacher also operate that the student will become copycat. They will copy everything in ChatGPT without filter anything. Okay, so it concerned them. So how is the solution? So yeah, we have Turnitin, right? So the lecturer said they will how to know that it is using AI or not. They will check it by Turnitin, and if it is above, for example, 30%, so they will suspicious that it is using AI in writing their thesis like that or proposal. I think that's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Melanie, for your answer. How about the Amelita?
Okay, thank you, Mela, for the great answer.
You're welcome.
Okay, all right. Considering the limited time for the session, I think that's enough for the Q&A session. We have now reached in the end of the session. I'd like to express my sincere thanks to all the presenters for sharing their research and the audience to your thoughtful question and participation. We hope that the discussions in this session have provided you with the valuable insight and a deeper understanding of the topic presented. We encourage you to reflect on the knowledge shared and explore and professional practice. Before I close the session, I give you back Master of Ceremony.
Okay.
There.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saida Saia. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have listened to all of the presentations from all of our presenters, starting from the keynote speakers until the parallel sessions. I hope that we got new insight for our language teaching and our future research. I am Nadira Mutiara Fasha as your Master of Ceremony for today's webinars. Would like to say thank you for your participation, and I close with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everyone for your participation. We'll
Yeah,
see you
thank
again
you
next
for your
week with
great
different
presentation. I just
topics.
listened actually, but I have some guests in the office. Yeah, so
Thank
thank
you,
you for
Prita and
the third
everyone.
semester students, right? Mhm.
Okay.
Finish, Sari?
Yes, we're finished, and we'll see you again for the next series of our conference. And stay tuned for information for the next meeting and the next session. Thank you everyone for organizing this meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good weekend.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.